What's up, YouTube? Here's my recap and review of the Challenge Double Agents, Episode 1. So, starting off with this episode, TJ comes out in a helicopter. They're standing on top of a mountain. And, they get into the daily challenge. And I just gotta say, man, Lolo really showed how much of an explosive athlete she is. So, in the first daily challenge, they have to go not collect. They have to go up the top of a small hill and retrieve this little bar thing. And the bar is color coded. So they have to memorize the colors on the bar. Well, no, it's a capsule, actually, my bad. On the capsule, they have to remember the colors. And then they have to go plug in those colors in the wires to solve the puzzle. The first person to do, insert the colors correctly wins that daily challenge. But like I gotta say, man, Lolo, if you look at the clip, man, and they slowed it down, first person all the way up to that mountain. And granted, she's an Olympian, so I think that small, those small couple seconds is definitely a testament to what we'll see in the future. So, first heat was the women's heat. The winner was Aneesa. Then there was a men's heat. The winner was Fessy. So, TJ finally announces that, let me backtrack. So, first, being that Aneesa won, she was the overall winner out of her and Fessy. She won by a minute. So, she was able, and he announced that, this challenge would be in partners. So, of course, Aneesa, being as smart as she is, she chooses Fessy. And Fessy, I think, is definitely one of the strongest male players they have in this current season. So she picks Fessy, and then he tells them that, they all get to choose their own partners. So eventually they all choose their own partners, and it's interesting to see the way these partners kind of paired up, because we see Lolo and Nam get together, and my whole thing was, I'm surprised nobody was grabbing at Lolo. I mean, she's a 2-3-time Olympian, but I can almost kind of see why maybe some people didn't gravitate to her at first, because if you did see the Chance versus Stars season, I think probably the most challenging thing might be for her is that even though she's a physical player, her whole mental game, because she got thrown, I think, at every elimination on Chance versus Pros. That's what they called the first season of the whole Chance versus Stars thing. She was going crazy, and she didn't really get along with her teammates. So we'll see how, but I still think she'll get far in the game just based on her physical ability. So pretty much what TJ explains the rules is that, Aneesa and Fessy, they get to choose which team goes into the elimination. And then each pairs, they have to go and choose the team that goes up against the team. Wait, let me backtrack. So the house has to deliberate what team goes into the elimination, and then the pair that won, they choose what team goes against the house vote. So pretty much most of the people choose Ashley and CT. So Ashley and CT got together, and they were kind of got a target because, Cam was rejected by CT when initially asked to be partners. And, he ended up partnering with Ashley. Ashley is also a 2-time champion, so it kind of put a small target on their back. But at the same time with CT, even though Ashley is a 2-time champ, let's not forget the only reason why she's a 2-time champ, from mainly, one of her wins is from Final Reckoning. That was because of the grenade. But granted, Ashley is a pretty decent player when you look at her overall challenge season. So when they finally get to the elimination, that's when TJ lets them know, there's only 10 Red Skulls this season. He actually gave Fessy and Aneesa a chance to come down to fight for their skulls, but they both, denied the chance. And then in a big twist, TJ says that today's a women's elimination day. And I was kind of disappointed because, usually with, the team style format, you have both pairs going to elimination. And MTV definitely robbed us of a good elimination because we've never seen CT and West go against each other in elimination, and they've been doing the challenge for well over a decade, man. So that definitely would have been a banger, especially if it was, something physical, CT versus West. Now we get into the elimination. Natalie pretty much ends up winning and sends Ashley home. And the thing is, I thought CT would be sent home as well. Kind of like if you remember from the Bloodlines format, they always had one person going to elimination on that. But if your bloodline got sent home, lost, you got sent home too. So now Natalie has the option to either she can either stay with Wes, or she can choose CT, or she can choose another male, and she can steal that person's partner. So this is going to be crazy, man. I'm just, there's so many ways these teams can be compiled, because I'm thinking, hey, if I'm a guy, well, if that was the case, they probably would have picked her already. But I was thinking in my mind that, hey, I would probably try to steal Lolo, or hey, I would probably try to steal a partner who already has a skull. That way I go in and get my skull, we're good to go. So it'll be interesting. And especially if your partner has a skull and they're a strong player and you two match up well, this, man, it'll be interesting to see how much the teams change up, but it will also be interesting to see what teams stick it out with each other, because again, if you've done a couple daily challenges, or an elimination with your partner, you'll probably grow to trust that person, or if that person's in your alliance, you're probably not going to break that up. So it'll be interesting, man, and I can't wait. One of my predictions, I think, at least for the females that'll get to the final, I don't know if she'll win, but well, I think if Lolo gets to the final, she'll definitely win. I mean, she's an Olympian. And really, out of that whole cast of females, she's definitely the most athletic. Definitely the most athletic, man. Like, in a final, if she gets there, I see her winning it. All right, so stay tuned. I'll be back for episode 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and like and subscribe.